Hi you guys, and welcome back. Thank you so much for all your love and support on my channel. I truly do appreciate it. Welcome to those of you new just tuning in. This is going to be a general reading for the collective. Today we're going to be focusing on this full moon and a lunar eclipse. It's a bunch of things. It's a full moon in Sagittarius. It's a lunar eclipse, and it's a super full blood moon. Okay, so I'm going to be focusing on those energies. And if you're not familiar with what the lunar eclipse is, it just means that the energies are going to be a whole lot stronger. Okay, and then there'll be a lot of focus on relationships. What's not wanted or needed will be out. Basically you'll be focused on your goals, so you'll be really trying to accomplish things, and you'll have a more positive outlook as to if you can get those things accomplished as well. Okay, and so the super full blood moon too is going to be a little reddish, so I love when we have these super full moons because they're just so magnificent to look at, which is why I put this little reddish moon here. And then also what I wanted to also remind you guys or mention about these energies here is that a lot of deceit and greed, etc. will be exposed here, so you will definitely need to be protecting your energies. I already started today, plan on doing it tonight as well. I use my sage, I use my Palo Santo and prayers and all of that stuff. Ask for protection for your angels, because you may be dealing with a lot of deceptive people, or a lot of people that in that energy of greed as well. Okay, so I've already experienced some of that recently, just with business stuff. Okay, so what it means is normally too is that Jupiter is a very positive energy. Is it's the biggest planet there, and it's usually about luck and expansion and growth and all this stuff. But because of all these dynamics that are taking place, it's going to bring out a lot of negative side, and this is why things are going to be released here. Okay, so we're going to focus on that. I just wanted to make sure I took time to explain for those of you that may not be aware of that. Some of this astrology stuff I'm still learning. I'm definitely not an expert. I always kind of look and see what's going on. Some of the energies I can sense intuitively, I can feel it, and then when I read it, it just all comes in line and it just makes sense. So I wanted to just let you guys know, for some of you that may not know about that, and to protect your energies and be careful of people. Don't be as trusting as maybe you would normally be a little extra protective in that aspect. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to get started. I have a format. You guys know I normally do intuitively, but occasionally here and there I'll have like a format that I want to do. So I'm going to focus on the energies that are being highlighted right now during this this period that I just talked to you about, the full blood moon, the lunar eclipse, and all that, what it means. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with this. All the decks that I'm using here today will be listed below the video description where it says show more, as well as the majority of the items that you see will be listed. My Instagram and TikTok information, the twin flame bracelet that I'm wearing, the candles, and the protection sprays and body splashes are in my Etsy shop. And I am using the Mystery House candle for this reading. Okay, so I think that's pretty much everything. If male or female energies come up, masculine or feminine, and you hear me say he or she when I talk about them, I'm just talking about energies and not a specific gender. So masculine or feminine could be male or female, so just take it how it resonates or applies in your situation. Also, I'm going to get advice or message for you at the end of this reading, and there will be an extended to this where I will focus fully on whoever that you may be wanting to think about, or who's in your energy, a love relationship, a family member, whatever it is, whoever it is that you're focused on, I will focus more on that, although that energy can come through here. So we'll just see, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with this. I'm going to get 3 energies here. This is the Moonology card deck. So what we have here is a time for healing, balsamic moon, probably saying that wrong. What do you need to release? The waning moon, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. So some of you guys, this may be related, if you're a Capricorn or somebody that you are connected to that's a Capricorn. It could be more highlighted with that particular sign as well. But what we're seeing here is that the moon is highlighting that there's a time for healing, something that you need to release, and that the end of a rough cycle is approaching. Okay, so let's just move these cards over a little bit here. Okay, so this is the Tarot de la Nuit. So let's go ahead and see what is this energy here about a time for healing that's being highlighted right now. What is this main energy? If I can speak, is we're also in Mercury retrograde too. It's, you know, the highlight of that is going to be, I believe, on the 29th. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So if you're experiencing a lot of different emotions and issues and stuff, it's perfectly normal as to what's going on with the planet. So what is this time for healing energy? I'm really actually excited about this reading. I'm interested to see what's coming out. 6 of Wands. Okay, so healing. 6 of Wands is a card of a victory and success. Okay, it can also be about award and recognition, like public recognition. So there could be something that you need to heal from that maybe came out in the public, a public matter. It also could have to do with pride and ego. It's going to be different for a lot of people. So you're healing from now. You're going to be successful in whatever it was that took place in your life that you needed to heal for. Okay, so that's what Spirit is wanting to let you know about that particular healing, is that it's going to be successful. This is what's going to be highlighted. Or if this isn't what you're doing, this is what Spirit is telling you to do, is to go forward and recognize that it's time to heal from whatever it is that has been holding you back from healing. So what do you need to release? What is this energy that's being highlighted about what you need to release? 7 of Pentacles. So 7 of Pentacles is a card of waiting, analyzing, investing, planting the seeds. So if something you've been waiting for, or you've been waiting to invest in something, you've been waiting to plant the seed, or you've been waiting on a particular situation, a person, it's time to release that. Okay, it's time to release that. If you had an idea that you wanted to invest in, it's time to release, you know, waiting, you know, get to work on whatever it is that you're wanting to do. And others is just whatever you've been waiting for, what you've been holding back is having to do with that. Okay, so we have the Pentacles here, 6 of Wands. So we have 6 and 7. So we do see a progression energy already here, and it's near the end of this rough cycle approaching. Okay, so let's see, what is this rough, the end of a tough cycle? I said rough. I put words in there. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. So what is this tough cycle that is ending? What is this tough cycle that's ending? Page of Pentacles. So this has to do with some type of either news, something that you've been manifesting, something that you're trying to materialize in the physical, or it could have to do with somebody, you know, making that first step, or it could also do with somebody that is, I want to say, younger or less mature than you are. This could have to do with a particular sign. It is right there with a Capricorn, so it could be a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. okay, or somebody that's just kind of like in this situation. So I'm also feeling like a lesson too is what I'm getting. Whatever that you needed to learn, that is also being highlighted. Is that lesson that you learned or needed to learn that is coming to an end. Okay, that is also materializing is what I'm getting, because this Page of Pentacles is looking back at all of this stuff. This healing and releasing is making that first step. So either you're making this first step, or Spirit is telling you to do this, or somebody could be making this first step towards you. You could be learning something or hear about something as well. I'm going to take a quick sip. I came prepared with my tea. I drank it beforehand, but I still feel that morning allergy and whatever issues that I have every time I have to do a reading. Okay, so now let's get into what is the current situation, your current situation. So this is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So what is your current situation? You, the person watching, what is your current situation? Assessing. You're assessing something, okay? We have number 9, that could be significant as well. So you're assessing something. This could be assessing a job, a relationship, people you're already with, a family member, and that. It could be a multitude of things. So this is the Earth Magic Oracle cards. Okay. All right, let's see. What are we assessing here? So we have Desert, Vision Quest. So this is something that I feel like it has to do with something you're trying to accomplish. This could be going out, you know, seeking knowledge, like the Hermit, like going within, trying to figure out something. You're also trying to look into the future is what I'm getting. You're trying to get answers to a certain situation. And this could be you that is realizing something, that you're releasing something you've been waiting on, and it's time to put all of that to an end, and maybe you're going to take this first step. So it could have to do with a lot of different things. I'm going to clarify some of that in a second, but I'm going to get some more energy here of what this has to do, of what is being assessed here. The Hierophant, yes, guidance. Okay, so some of you guys are seeking some type of knowledge, some type of guidance of where you should go, what you should do, what you should release. Should you let something go? Some of you, this could have to do with relationship, an actual marriage, a religious beliefs, cultural beliefs, the way you were brought up. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Taurus as well. So I see Taurus, I see Capricorn, I'm seeing a lot of earth energy. So a lot of this has to do with things that are taking place here on earth, okay? And so there's that 5, 6, and 7 here. I'm just waiting for the 8 to come in at some point. All right, so let's go ahead and get another card. So this is my mystery house deck. If you live in the United States and you're interested in purchasing any of my decks, you can only get it from my site or my Etsy shop. If you're international, please send me an email. I will send you the link to order. So let's see what else is going on here of what we are assessing here. Yeah, the vortex, an unhappy home or place. So this can have to do with a bunch of things. This could be your workplace. You're assessing this. You're trying to figure out the answer. Should you leave this job? Should you quit this job? Or should you leave this relationship? Should you leave this marriage, this commitment? Whatever it is that is causing you a lot of unhappiness. It's just a vortex. It just doesn't end. It's just constant drama and storms and lightning and thunder and everything, you know that. So this is what you're taking a look at. You're assessing this, and you are assessing that is it time to take this step to put this to an end. Put this ridiculousness to the end, because it's obviously causing a lot of grief, a lot of unhappiness, okay, in your life, in your soul, in your spirit. It's time to heal. And that's what Spirit is here to help and assist with. So this is the In2it Oracle. So let me just go a little bit further here about what this unhappy home or place is. Yep, destruction. So we have Mars here, and we have number 6. So there's a couple 6 here. So there's definitely a need to bring things into balance. So Mars, the ruler of destruction, survival instinct, lust, upheaval, raw energy, sudden change, action, self-assertion, chaos, aggression, desire, impulsive anger, the Tower. So the Tower is here to destroy all of this unhappiness, at a home or a workplace, whether you are ready to do it or not. I feel like you are. Okay, I feel like a lot of you guys are, but the Tower is here to help do this anyway. It's to false beliefs, you know, around religion, around commitments, a way you were taught, a way a relationship should be, even if you're unhappy, whatever this is, you're assessing all this stuff. So that's what's going on in your current situation. So let's go ahead and see what is being released right now. Okay, what's being released? Acceptance. Okay, so we have number 4. That could be significant as well. So I think we have 4, 5, 6, and 7. Still waiting for that 8. Let's see if Spirit bring that in. So we have acceptance. Okay, 4 could be about other people, somebody that you're connected with. I'm seeing a lot of telepathy, somebody that you feel a strong connection with. Okay, this could also have to do with foundations as well. So we have this waxing crescent, number 2. So what is this acceptance energy here? Let me move this. I got so many decks here. I have to just keep on moving stuff around. So this is acceptance that you are releasing. What are you accepting? What are you accepting? Metal, vulnerability. So you're opening yourself up to be more vulnerable. Excuse me. Vulnerable, more happy. I'm seeing sunflowers. I'm seeing happiness. So you're opening yourself up to this. You're releasing this. You're releasing, you're accepting this, and you're releasing this need to be, you know, so protective. Or this could definitely be people around you as well. And open yourself up to this life of happiness and peace and calm. So that's what I'm getting here, is you're releasing that vulnerability need. And then some of you guys, what I'm feeling that you also could be releasing your need to be so vulnerable, if you have been overly vulnerable. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be different for everybody. If you are somebody that was always very, very open, you are releasing that, where you're putting up your wall a little bit. And then people that were very protective are allowing that they need to release that and let that wall come down a little bit. So what is this acceptance also that we're releasing? What else are we releasing? Okay, Knight of Pentacles. So this could have to be a particular sign, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, or just slow progress. Something that's been taking a long time. Releasing this. Okay, releasing this slow activity. It could also be like things could even actually be at a halt. As the Knight of Pentacles is somebody that is someone that brings value, but it is something that is very slow. So you could be releasing this slow progress, or somebody else could be releasing this this slowness, and accepting that that's just how this person is, or things may take a long time to manifest, if they are going to manifest at all. But you're accepting that that's just the situation. You know, if I can word that correctly. So let's get another card here for what is this acceptance that we're releasing. Oh my God, there is something about the vision. So the vision is here twice. It's something that you're seeing. So the vision board. So we have psychic, tarot reading, future predictions. So what I'm getting here is a lot of you guys are releasing this acceptance, the need to know what is up ahead, what is the need to know that what the future lies. Okay, so it's basically like you're going with the flow. You're just being open and accepting that there is happiness coming for you, but you're not going to be fixated on too much of knowing what's going to take place. You're basically just going to have the faith that it's going to take place. Okay, so some of you guys could be psychics or tarot readers, or this could have to do with tarot readings, future predictions. Maybe some of you guys are gonna not, rely so much on the tarot reading that you're getting and trusting your intuition more. A lot of stuff. It could be a lot of different things that's going on. Okay, so let's get a little bit more about this. What this is. Who is this Knight of Pentacles, or why is this Knight of Pentacles here? Lighthouse. So guidance, system, detour, safe passage, warning, obstacles, navigation, plot a course of action, use tact and diplomacy. Okay, so I really feel like it is like you're accepting that. It's like what I'm getting is like just a need to know. That's really what I'm getting. And you're also seeking some type of guidance to do this. You're trying to figure out how you can do that, how you can be a little bit more trusting, a little bit more vulnerable, and accepting that you don't need to know all the answers to everything. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what is the lessons learned during this time. So this is the Soul's Journey Lessons card. So what is the lessons that you've learned during this time? Okay, what is the lessons that you've learned during this time? Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So you learned a lot about envy. You've learned that you are the same, okay? But everybody has a different situation. So there's no reason to be envious of other people because you are unique. You have your own special qualities. You've taken that first step is what I'm getting. So it's time to heal that. If you were envious of other people, other situations, it could be jobs, it could be their relationships, or it could even be just how people can just not care about things. Like you could be a little bit more empathetic and caring, and other people can be not. And you could sometimes wish I wish I didn't care so much type of thing. But you just realizing that this is who you are, and you just accepting that. You're accepting who you are. So what else is the lessons that you've learned? Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So you've learned that there is a need for change. Change has to happen. You know that this is something that is necessary, a part of growth. Nothing can stay the same. We all change. So you've also learned that. So you learned a lot about change. So what else have you learned? Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So you've learned how to face your fears. Okay, you've learned how to deal with that and just face them head on, deal with it, figure out a solution. If you needed to cry about it, but then come back and recuperate. Or if you needed to be worried about a money relationship, you figured out a solution. You figure out how to deal with this and face this is what I'm getting. So you found that you have a lot more strength than you thought that you had. That's what you've learned. So let's get one more card here. Balance. So you've learned how to balance things in your life, in your mind, with people. So I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So you've also released your need to judge other people as well and accept them for how they are. Accept them that, maybe not everybody can be as vulnerable as maybe you are, or as open, or have as much courage, or have the ability to change. You've learned how to balance that. And that's a really good thing. So you've learned a lot about envy, change, courage, and balance. So let's go ahead and see what has shifted. Okay. So I'm just going to put these cards up a little bit so that I can put the other ones on top. And if I need to refer to them, I will. All right. So let's go ahead and see what has shifted. What has shifted? Abundance. Your happiness. That's great. So we have number 38. That could be significant. It's also 11. And it's the Hunter Moon. So your happiness has shifted. Your need to want to be happy, that has shifted. Okay. And some of you guys, your abundance, your money has changed. Your relationship have changed. Your love of self has changed. That's what shifted. So let's get a card for that. Let me change this deck. I normally don't use 2 tarot decks, but I don't know, I felt called to do it this time. This is the Dark Mansion Tarot. So what is this abundance about that has shifted? Hierophant. Oh my God, the Hierophant is here twice. Okay, so there's definitely something about guidance, religious beliefs, marriages, commitments. So this is what shifted. Happiness in a relationship, or happiness through guidance by following guidance from your angels, your spirit guides, your intuition. This has led you to this abundance. This is what shifted because you've been following what you're meant to do. You're getting a lot of prosperity through the universe. They're helping you. They're guiding you. They're assisting you. Okay. And that's also what I'm getting is your need to be happy in a relationship. That has what shifted. So if you were not happy in a relationship, and as we saw in the beginning, a lot of people were dealing with an unhappy home or a place. That is, the Tower is here to take that down, to get rid of that. So what shifted is your need to be happy. That's what shifted. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what is coming in for you. What is coming in for you? Boundaries. You're putting up boundaries. Okay? You're protecting yourself. And so, and some of you guys, the boundaries are necessary. You can be vulnerable, but also have boundaries at the same time, which means that if someone, long as someone respects you and respects those boundaries, you allow yourself to be vulnerable as long as they know the boundaries. So this is what's coming in for you is some boundaries, is setting up these boundaries. So we have number 12, that could be significant as well. So what are these boundaries that you're setting up here? What are these boundaries that's coming in? Knight of Wands. So for some of you, you're setting up now boundaries towards any type of Knight of Wands energy. Anybody that wants to just come in and out type of energy, okay? Back and forth and not really something that is not stable. Put it that way, something that is not a stable energy. Also, what's coming in is there could be somebody that is wanting to come in here quickly and take action towards some of these boundaries that you've set up to try to maybe, if you have been in that energy where you're very protective, what I was speaking about, someone wants to come in and take action towards these boundaries to try to, allow you to come in, come inside this wall that you've put up. For those of you that haven't allowed anybody to come in, that's been very protective. All right. So it's going to be different for everybody. So Knight of Wands, this could be a Leo, a Sagittarius, or Aries energy, but it's some type of action here. So let me see. I'm going to get one more card before I see why that's there. Tell me more about these boundaries here, or why the Knight of Wands is here. What's coming in? Yeah, okay, Yeah, it's about being responsible to dependable. So, and there's a horse here too. There's movement. So some of you, there could be somebody that is coming in to be responsible and respect the boundaries that you've set up. Okay, we have this designated driver, responsible, dependable. And then others of you, this is you being responsible, taking action, and setting up these boundaries while allowing yourself to be vulnerable at the same time. So there is some movement here that is coming in, and I feel like somebody does want to take action towards being responsible and respecting your boundaries, or this is you doing this, okay? So let's go ahead and see what's your reward during this time. What are you being rewarded for all these lessons that you've learned basically in this whole situation? All right, so what are you being rewarded with? Balance. See? And that's what the lesson was to learn. You were learned how to balance things. Balance out, like if you were over a giver and you were giving too much to a situation, it was making you unhappy. Like I said, this can be a workplace. And you were just putting all this in, you're putting all your time, your energy, and you still was coming out on the short end of the stick. You've learned how to balance this energy. You've learned that, okay, I'm not getting out what I'm putting in, so it's time for me to change that. So you're being rewarded with some form of balance. Okay, so we have number 19 that can be significant. So we see 10. I see all the numbers here from 4 to 11. And except for 8. So what I'm seeing is here so far is if that 8 doesn't show up, whatever you've been repeating over and over, the cycle, that is no longer taking place. That's ending. That loop or that repetitive thing that was taking place, that's you've learned how to balance that loop. You've learned how to balance that situation. That's what I'm getting here. So number 19 can be significant. That is also a 10. So what is this balance that you've been being rewarded with? What's this balance? The Magician. Okay, so I feel like what you're being rewarded with is being able to have the tools to create everything that you need and what you want to manifest love, relationship, and happiness. So this is what you're being rewarded. You know how to do this. You know how to make things even. You know how to make things right. So you are being rewarded with the tools to do whatever it is that you need to do. Emotionally, action, relationships, all that. You've learned how to put up your boundaries. You've known how to allow yourself to be vulnerable, but also protective in a certain way. You've also allowed to no longer deal with things, people, situations that do not make you happy. So you've been rewarded with all the tools to make that happen. Okay, so this balance energy is also Sagittarius energy, temperance, balance action, balance emotion, patience. Okay, so what I'm getting here too is because you've also learned how to be patient. This has tried your patience through all of this situation. Okay, and you've also, again, when I see this magnifying glass, is you've learned how to balance out your need to know as well, or trying to figure out, so much. You've kind of like that go with the flow type of energy. So let's see if it'll tell me anything else what you're being rewarded with here. And what's your reward here with the balance and the Magician? And we have here the Princess of Water. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Pisces or another water sign, Cancer or Scorpio. But it says timing. There could be something that maybe this took you like 6 to 9 months to realize this. This also could have been something that took place during the winter or during February 22nd or March 21st. And then so we have here intuitive, dreamy, artistic, compassionate, sympathetic, perceptive, impressionable, tender, humane, sensitive. The moon. So you've learned how to balance out your intuition, doing things that emotionally serve you, what's going to be beneficial to you, that's going to bring you that happiness. And you've learned to trust your intuition to manifest whatever it is that you need or want. Okay? And also the moon speaks about fears and dreams. So you're manifesting your dreams, you're following your intuition, and you have all these tools now because of these experiences that you've gone through to be able to do this. So you know when to put up these boundaries, you know when to let them down. You have the courage to face your fear. You know how to maintain balance. You know how to not be envious of other people, and recognize that you are unique. And you also learn how to get the answers from within and seek guidance through, the universe, your angels, your spirit guides. And so because of all this, you've been given all the tools to create whatever it is that you want. The magician can create whatever he wants. He has the swords, he has the wands, he has the pentacles, he has the cups. So anything in the physical, emotions, actions, communication, you have it all now. So this is what you're being rewarded with. All right, so let's go ahead and get the bottom overall energy, and then I'm going to get advice or message from spirit before I take this over to the extended. So if you want to join me in the extended, the link to my Patreon is below, where I will focus on your person, okay, whoever it is that you may be thinking about at this time. And then I think I said it already, but I'm going to get the advice or message here from spirit. So this is definitely a longer reading, but I felt that it was necessary. All right, so this bottom overall energy here, we have purity. So this is about like being pure, like allowing this pureness, this vulnerable, being vulnerable to things that are pure. This is also about cleansing. It's also what I'm getting with this snow moon. And we have number 30, that can be significant. It also translates down to a 3. So you are, your bottom overall energy is you want to do things that are more pure, okay? Or this is the energy that is in the universe here. And we have the 3 of Wands. And that's, I feel like, what you're moving forward with, okay? You're moving forward with this purity energy. You're taking action towards releasing things that, just no longer serve you. And then we have here dragonfly emergence. So this is something that is, coming up to light. Something is being revealed here. So something is also being released. So I also feel like you're releasing your power, your divine feminine. This dragonfly is something of a realization. Okay, so you're having a realization that things need to move forward, or things are moving forward, and this is what spirit wants you wants to let you know about. Okay. And then we have here peace. See, I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. So you realize that you're moving forward with this. That's what this purity energy is. You're moving forward with something, more peaceful and serenity, not that unhappy vortex energy. If I can pick up this card, which is hard to do with, now I have shorter nails. It's hard to do with all this negativity. To do that, if you are still there. And then the craft, see? Magic, chemistry, this is what you're manifesting. Peace and balance and love and emotion and prosperity and growth. This magic, chemistry, you're releasing on. That's where you're going. You're moving forward with that. You're creating things. See? It's a new beginning. This is from the divine. It's a new relationship, a new career, something solid in a 3D, Ace of Pentacles. It's a new beginning, a new offer, something solid. Some of you guys have manifested a new career from all of this stuff that you've gone through, or these things that you've gone through have made you realize that's what you want to do. this new beginning, something solid, but it's a gift from the divine. And then we have here the end, mutable, end of the season. See, all that stuff is done. That negative stuff is done. Adept, connected, open-minded, wise, perfecting touch, editor, sees both sides, chameleon, deceptive, empathetic, changeable, maybe, more info needed. So this is what I'm getting is, like I said, you are releasing all that, the need to constantly get more information, or this is what Spirit is telling you what you need to do. So if this is something that you are trying to figure out or trying to get more information to understand this, release your need to know, release your need to get more information. It was that vision board energy, okay? Just allow things to happen. Use your tools to manifest your peace, and everything will come together because there's a new beginning here for you, okay? All right, so let's get that advice or message from Spirit here. This is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. This is a gift from me. Thank you again for that. And I'm going to get one. Let's just get a couple of charms. I'm already at 40 minutes, so let's just go ahead. All right. Advice or message. You are protected. This is, when I see angel wings, I see there's angel presence around you. Spirit is wanting to let you know you are protected. And then we have fairy. There's magical stuff going on here. And I feel like this is what this magician here. So there's something magical here. You're protected. You are, and you are also something that is very special. You're a spiritual being as well. Okay. I feel like, just get this, like you've got your wings to fly. So with this here, I'm getting to, so like maybe you were wounded and you didn't have this other wing, but I feel like that's what you're being gifted with, okay? You've gotten a gift from all this pain that you've gone through, this healing, this realization. You've learned something from this, and from this, you know who you are today. You're no longer in this envious or out of balance or having all these fears. Now you're strong. You're courageous. So what's the advice or message here from Spirit? And I'm going to probably look in the book because I don't look at this often. The Gatherer. 21. I feel like this is about gathering information, okay? And it looks like a feather leaf here, which is right here in this card here. So there's something that you've collected is what I'm getting. You've gathered a lot, you've learned a lot, and from this information too is what I'm getting here. You've learned a lot from this experience. You've gathered a lot of stuff. You've gathered all the tools that you've needed to bring into harvest. I'm seeing pumpkins here to manifest everything that you want. So let's go ahead and see what is the main meaning behind this gatherer. So we have number 21. That can be significant. It's also a 3. 3s I see as prayers answered. It could also have to do with third parties, jobs and people. So let's go ahead and see. So it says the essence here. It says, oops, I'm on the wrong page. Sorry. Sorry about that. It flipped over. Oh God. Okay. It says, before we cultivated grains, we collected the wild bounty of nature. The gatherer finds abundant seeds, nuts, berries, and wild greens, where the ordinary person sees only barren soul. The gatherer is the provider, the forager, and the gardener who collects roots and vegetables for the long winter when game is scarce. She does not hoard, trusting the bounty around her. See, I got chills reading this because this is saying that everything that you've learned here, you've gathered up all the tools that you've needed to create the life that you desire, what you want in career, what you want in relationships. You've gathered and you've taken a little bit of everything because you can kind of see, also with that vision, I'm seeing you can kind of see the future. Like you are a visionary as well too. And so what you've gathered here from all this, you've been able to create these tools to create this life that you want in all ways, with people and just whatever it is. So it says, look at the resources you already have close at hand. This is a time of abundance. See, abundance. We that came out here. Abundance. This is a time of abundance. Everything around you is ripe and ready for harvest. Banish the notions of scarcity that have limited your choices and colored your destiny. Pack your food for the winter and start with the low hanging fruit that is all around you. And if you were worried, it says the medicine here is that do not wander too far afield in search for what Spirit has already provided. Practice paying it forward. Being thankful in advance of receiving. If you are in a scarcity mindset, open your heart to look beyond current conditions, and you will find the bounty being offered to you. Practice sharing, not hoarding. So also it's saying that if you've been holding on too tightly, to give more. That's what it's saying. And don't be worried about if you are worried about, hey, my work situation or my relationship, how's that? You have everything. Be thankful for what you have so that you can bring it, more of it to you. It's all about being in a state of gratitude is what I'm getting. So that's what this whole reading is about. You've learned everything. You've gathered everything. You have everything that you need to create the life that you desire. That's it. That's what you're being rewarded. You've been given everything. Spirit is there. They have your back. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to take this over to extended now. It will be much shorter than this one. But if this resonated with you, please like the video, comment. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Again, anything you want to know is going to be listed below the video description. So I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Have a good day or night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And until next time, next video, peace, love, and light.